Winners Chapel pastor resigns from church, turns into a full-time herbalist. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. A Nigerian man identified as Yinka Oyewusi has revealed his reasons for resigning from his ministry at Winners Chapel to become a Babalawo herbalist. The ex-cleric claimed he received occasional visits from spiritual entities who told him that he was born to be a native doctor and as such should not abandon his purpose. The forces showed their powers when he attempted to resist by attacking his family. The cleric wrote, "In my formative years, we were 3 fairy brothers practicing Christianity in Iwo town. 2 of us very poor, but with strange will to survive. After secondary education and with nothing to live for, first among us was a talented beggar. As the second guy, my mother is late and my father's whereabouts was unknown. So the first guy and I was living in one of the 3 houses I knew belonged to the father of the third guy. But the father did not care about the third guy though. The first guy is a genius in gathering monies, through requests for urgent 2K. We lived on this for years. Miraculously, and the third guy obtained degrees in science and administration respectively. The first guy obtained a degree in theology and became the chaplain of a university chapel. But those days as a fellow Christian, I lost 40% of my hearing. The last time I visited the first guy for chaplain, he needed me to source urgent 5K for him. Just this morning, the third guy called me that he has bone fractures and is receiving treatments at the Bomosho General Hospital. He needs money, at least for feeding, but none is forthcoming. Let me add that the first guy is in Baptist. I was in Winners Chapel, while the third guy is a Mountain of Fire adherent. Then I joined the ministry in Winners Chapel. Oratory is still my best physical gift. Those in Winners Chapel Adeke Iwo in 2005 will remember me by the name Yinka. I studied the scriptures from Pali to Pali. Prayer sessions I handled those days looked like wartime event. While in the university, I was sent to a pastor a new church in another town and did so successfully. But when I started full-time ministry, what you would usually call host of hell came banging at my door. They would tell me what will happen the following day and they will come to pass. They would tell me Mr. A was at my door while I was still sleeping by 6:30 a.m. and that would be so. Later, those spirits told me why I am on earth, and if I neglect my path, I will regret being born. They said I am a Babalawo by design. I quickly went on overdrive, binding thoughts that may set up themselves against God's knowledge and every disobedience. Then, I would hear strange laughter of a group of persons suggesting the spirits were many. Then I traveled to see a primary school mate who was making waves as a general overseer of a church. All his prayers or deliverance made no difference. Then voices started threatening me and commanded me to go to a village whose name I've never heard hitherto, saying that someone is waiting for me there. I googled the name of the town and found it. I went there because previous messages didn't fail. I met the person and the priestess gave a stern warning that refusing to work for the gods would be a deadly decision. I accepted the calling right away, but divination is not that easy to learn. I know someone who spent 8 years on it. I became a pro within 5 months by some great twist of events, and within 9 months, I became a full-blown Babalawo. I'm sad to say that Christian practice something different from what the Bible taught me. In 2020, my daughter was on life support at Bowen University Teaching Hospital, Bomosho. The bills were clearly beyond what my 50K salary could handle. I requested for help from the church hierarchy by calling the district pastor, and he said I should follow a correct route in channeling my request. I replied that I first of all called the area pastor who directed me and gave me his number to call. The district pastor started sounding offensive. That was why I went to Narrowland and made the threat for help. Someone I met online sent huge amount of money to me in the following thread to clear hospital bills. I tendered a resignation letter in Winners Chapel in 2021 with 2 weeks' notice. Before the notice elapsed until today, I never heard anything from them about my resignation. But when the district church mistakenly paid a sum of money to my bank account after I'd left, that money ought to be sent to the current pastor of a church. I told the accountant that he asked me to refund it immediately. While working there, I never had any history of misconduct. They treated me as though I never existed. That action reduced me to a new low, lower than the basest of animal. The following advice is indispensable. Life is not about money. You are here on a certain assignment. Well, let me say this. Now, let me say this. I think this man, permit me to say the attitude of the Christians around him pushed him. But yeah, he's responsible for his own actions. Nobody should come for me. He's responsible for his own action, but the attitude of Christians around him made him to consider the other way. Now, it is time we reflect as Christians on our actions. It is time we do a retreat. Before you go and start saying, this man, you're not a true man of God, you're not a true, please, just leave this man alone. Speak to yourself. If a non-believer happened to keep watching me on a daily basis, ask yourself, if somebody who you refer to as a non-believer, someone who for your mind you think say this person's life don't go, you understand, but that person is watching you day by day. If that person watches you to an extent, will the person be able to be converted? Will a person be able to say, no, if this is what a Christian is, I want to follow? Or will he say, God forbid, me, practice Christianity, it's not Christianity that I'm saying like this? Ask yourself those questions. If you're able to answer yes, then you continue. But if you cannot answer yes, then I think you should go and search yourself. Because, to me, it is just like you tell people to practice what you preach, but you don't practice what you live. Practice my words, do not do what I do, but do what I say. It's not possible. The thing is, the best way to evangelize is through your life. How do you live your life? I'm talking to every one of us, Christians, Muslims. Will somebody be proud to say, wow, because of you, I saw Christianity or Islam from another angle. Because of you, I now have a zeal in me that I want to join. You understand? Before we start, saying a lot of things about this man. The kingdom of darkness has finally deceived this one, and it is also that children of the light that heeded it. Yes. Nobody should tell me it's a lie. I am not saying that these people around him, yes, these are afflictions, but unfortunately, those around him aided him to slip away. He is going to be responsible for his actions. Yes. But to me, he's human. It's painful. You come up for an environment where you think say you give your all, everything you give them, then this happens. Okay, if now you say when you could consider, we could not tell ourselves lies. Like I said, before I come out to castrate this man or to condemn him, check yourself. Are you living your life as that Christian you preach about? Or are you telling your congregation, do what I say, do not do as I do? On this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come here next time, enjoy the rest of your day.